Love it. Thank you. Thank you.
How's it going? I figured
We're
I would.
gonna say you got you're hitting all strides. A little
I figured
little
I
pink
figured
with a
I would
Lux
get a head.
Rosé.
I figured I'd get a head to match, man. What's going on?
Freaking love it. Currency,
Come on,
love
man.
talking to you. Can't wait to talk. I'm a huge fan. You've been a
Loving
huge
that shelf
supporter.
back there.
Oh, you
That's
like it?
very James Bondish back there. I got a feeling that there's a switch you can hit, and there's a secret room behind all of that.
Yeah, well, my son and I wanted to build a room going into the basement to do exactly that. My wife decayed it, so that was the plan. But I figure I could just pull the bottles off the shelf whenever I need to start drinking, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm starting now.
Oh, I beat you. I beat you to it on one thing.
I'm starting now. I'm actually in the studio, putting a few songs to the side. Jet Life is about to make its way into the NFT game. So just want to let everybody know that we're preparing to a collection of music that will only be available out in the the virtual realm.
Do we have a date on that yet or not yet?
Well, you know what? I want to wait till everything is a little more concrete before we set a date, because Jet Life listeners get pissed off when red tape stops the music from coming out on time. So if something gets in the way, they would be so upset. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta manage expectations, right?
Yeah. So I rather wait till I absolutely have the car in my driveway before I tell somebody I'm about to buy a Ferrari.
There you go.
Yeah, I won't talk about it till I got the keys.
So, Currency, let me start. So, for your fans to know who I am, I own a bunch of liquor brands, wine and spirits, past brands, Ace of Spades, Douce, Belaire, Bamboo, McQueen, and I think you like my new one, Vion. You try it?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about this, my man?
Yeah,
this has become a studio staple right here.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, this has become a studio staple, man. We need some glasses.
We're gonna hook you up. We got these beautiful sift. I'm pissed because I just got one at the office yesterday.
What do you call a glass that you would drink something like a cognac or something out of? How there's champagne flute,
no,
and then there's shot glasses. What do you do? What kind of glass do you use for this? What's the name of that?
Snifter.
A snifter?
Yep.
Ooh.
And I'll send you. It's gorgeous. It's kind of tulip shaped on the bottom. I like to say it's sophisticated. It's not PH, it's FI. It's sophisticated.
Yeah, it's just sophisticated.
It's just sophisticated. You're gonna love it. It's got our logo on it. It's so cool in silver.
Snifter. Some people already knew it. I see some Jet Life people chimed in with the answer. They knew about a snifter. I didn't know shit about a snifter.
It's a killer glass. You're gonna love it.
I want to release our own snifter.
There you go.
We need something. We need something, man. Right? You know, I know you don't want. I know we don't need to do business in front of everybody, but we need to join forces on a snifter for sure.
This is how business gets started. It's these conversations. This is what happens. So I do this series. I started it a few years ago called Self-Made. I get to interview people like you, successful music, business, athletes, artist, comedian, actor. I love everyone thinks it's easy, and everyone doesn't realize it just didn't happen overnight, and it's fucking hard. So I ask everybody the same thing, and I'm going to ask you, what does self-made mean? What does that mean?
Check it out. It means that you have, you know how it takes, you're Indian and then you're a chief.
Yeah.
In a sense, and you got to go through the ranks and crawling before you walk. And self-made people are people who have realized that they are not cogs and gears that fit into some machine. They are their own machine. The same way that they see that this was assembled and they could fit in to help that shit be bigger, they realized that they could do it on their own and create their own thing, and that people would believe in it as a faction that they could help be bigger. And that's what happens. You run into people like-minded who believe in the vision that you have, and then y'all join forces and your thing becomes bigger and bigger, and you are an entity, just like something that you were considering being a part of, but something in you didn't allow you to become part of that because you were just a self-made person. You wanted to do it your own way. You know what I'm saying?
So if you take me as an example, I've been doing this for 20, this is 20, you're 21. So I was in my 30s when I started. And
Yeah.
I took the leap, as I like to say. I think
Yeah,
about it.
hell
It's a
yeah.
leap.
It's
It's
faith,
like,
man.
it's, I wasn't, that's not young to do it. But
Mm-mm.
that's, what was it for you? What do you think when was it? What was it for you?
Well, I had been blessed to be in the inner circles of so many successful music families in New Orleans that I almost didn't make the self-made decision because so much shit was falling in my lap, like No Limit Records and Cash Money. But along the way, I realized that I couldn't really be myself in any of those situations. You know what I'm saying? If my heart was to make the best pizza ever, I couldn't do that working at McDonald's because they want me to make the quarter pounders as best I can. So I was like, nah, man, I got a different plan. I gotta branch out and do my own thing. And to say, and I tell you this, saying that you started it at 30, in my heart, the whole time that I was on both of those labels, all through my youth and through my 20s, I was like, Operation Blow before you're 30. And
Yeah.
when it got to 27 and 26, and shit wasn't going the way it was supposed to go because I was a part of another machine, I was like, you know what? I gotta fucking just roll the dice and see and do this shit. And the universe just blessed me because not many people would have made that decision because I was set up. I
It
could
was
have just,
easy.
you
It
know what I'm
was
saying?
easy. It could have
I
been
was set
easy.
up either way, you know what I'm saying? If I'd have sat still and just waited for it to come the way they wanted it to come to me, but you know, sometimes you want to go and get that shit yourself, bro.
Was it age that the itch started, more and more, or was it always there? Was it always there?
It was always there, but I knew I needed to soak up a lot of game, and I was blessed to be in those situations that I was in, and a fool would have walked away early. You know what I'm saying? Before building friendships and things of that nature. You know,
Yeah.
it never was a secret what I planned on doing. That I had my own ideas and my own designs, and either of those other labels that I was on, I was always vocal about what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's how it worked out so smooth, and the blessing was worked out the way it did. You know what I'm saying?
So when did music become